Welcome to the Learn2Learn program walkthrough. We have available for our institutions both the general Learn2Learn program, which we can tailor to your particular university, and we also have our mini training program for our mentors, our peer mentors who may be supporting other students through the program. Basically, this is the initial screen where they can choose to start and they can see where they're up to. In this case, I've finished everything. And at the end, they also have the option to get a copy of their certificate once they've completed it. They'll also be eligible for a digital badge if they've completed all the quizzes along the way as well. So if we go into the program from the start, now all of this is designed to overtly teach the learning strategies that are often built into programs, and it just means that the students can then take more control over their own learning, and it also highlights all the learning strategies that are used throughout the program. We also have a downloadable workbook option, and they don't have to use this. It's actually 100 pages long, so they may not want to use it, but it just gives them an option where each of the activities is actually structured and they can fill it out. So sometimes it just helps with accountability for themselves. Now if we go into, for an example, one of the modules, how your brain learns, so we really structure the program around a scaffolded approach, and we talk also about what that means for the students. So taking them through how their brain works, what are some of the different things that can cause challenges for them, making sure that they're aware of the things that happen so that they can then take proactive steps to change that. We have lots of activities, there's audios, there's visuals, there's transcripts to anything that has an audio attached to it. We also have some fun videos, a bit like this one, which just get their attention.
Understanding the emotions and your learning brain.
And there is a lot of the activities are very much structured around reflection, so it's building their self-reflection skills as well as their awareness of themselves. So with the program, we start with first understanding their brain, understanding how they can plan their studies, and all those different elements of it. We then go into the actual strategies, so thinking about their learning styles, applying a self-regulated learning framework. So we've explained the framework, we're now talking about what that actually means. A lot of activities around that. We then have how to find strategies, how to work out what kind of strategies they are, in which ways they might use them. And we also give them a whole range of different ones that we've already considered and we've already collected. Because we have a background in leadership development and management skills, we've really ensured that the program is not just tailored at things that they need to do when they're studying, but also general life skills and employability skills. And we also highlight that when we've got the digital badging that they can attain. For each one, we have a checklist at the end. What are the things that we expect that they would have covered during that time? And for a lot of them, we also have a quiz. So they're not onerous quizzes, they're just mini ones, just to encourage them to reflect back and to really make sure that they've actually paid attention and they're not just clicking through all the modules. And that just gives a bit of rigor to the badging process. Now the next module that we have is very much around study resilience and taking that from a whole of life approach. So yes, we often talk about goal setting and time management when it comes to our studies. However, we usually keep it specific to the studies. We're not encouraging them to link to all elements of their life and all the responsibilities that they have. And what we've found in the past is this approach has encouraged students to make some really significant life changes to make sure that they are actually in the best position to succeed in their studies. I know we all talk about in university, why aren't they more proactive with asking for help? Why are they not doing this? So we've tried to make sure that we explain how to actually ask for help in a way that is supportive both for them and also for your lecturers, for your support staff. They're actually getting the information they need to provide the help. The fourth module is very much around the mindset. It's around learning from failure and not identifying yourself from failure. Also feedback, and one of the things that has been really interesting hearing from our students is that when they've gone through this part particularly, is that it completely changes the way that they receive feedback. It's more of a, oh, what can I learn from this, rather than it's a punishment almost. It's trauma trying to read it. Now it's kind of like, okay, well, what else do I need? Did I get the feedback I needed? Do I need to get more? Is there something different that I need to find out about? And the way that this program's all designed is it's not written in academic talk. It is very much conversational, so that it encourages them to really explore things. And we certainly don't go through things like academic writing or referencing, because you guys do that so much better than we would ever do. This is really all about addressing those personal circumstances that we know can have an impact on the retention of our students and their success. The fifth module is very much around social learning. So what are the things, how do we learn together? And why is that different from just learning on our own? And of course, part of that is very much that group work element, which in my experience, and I've studied it at 4 different universities, I've worked at 2 different universities, we don't explain that well. We don't explain it, and we don't contextualize it as the teamwork experience that we're aiming to address. We've tried to be really specific here and show that that's what it is all about, understanding the stages of team development and also how they can work together. So having a shared purpose, working together, who are the people? And we also, as part of this, is we talk about the key things to a successful team experience. And that's, building trust, collaborating, understanding, and the breakthroughs that we get as a result. Finally, the 6th module is very much a review module. We go back and reflect on each of the modules because it's been a few weeks in most cases since they've done the early ones. And really looking at, okay, well, remember how we did this, and realizing how these things all interrelate and how they all build on each other. So if we go to our certificate, and again, similarly, we can tailor this to a certain extent so that it matches the colours of your institution. They can keep it in their folio, and of course also the digital badge. So when it comes to the badge that the students receive, we have 2 different options. We've got our Learn2Learn one, which is the general one most students would get, and we also have one recognising our mentors once they've facilitated a group for at least 1 term. We cover all the details, so any employer looking at this can really see what they've done, and also the employability skills that the student is developing as part of learning through the program. So that's really, I guess, the program in a nutshell. If you've got any questions or you'd like a more detailed exploration of it, please let us know. We'd love to have a chat about the impact that the program has on students, particularly those who are coming from disadvantaged or at-risk positions, those who are mature age, part-time online students, and even for students coming from environments such as many of our international students where questioning is not encouraged, to build those proactive learning skills and to develop their own sense of curiosity, and their self-confidence as learners is such a huge thing. Thanks for your time. I hope you found it useful and interesting, and I look forward to having a chat with you sometime soon.